If you've read the title of this video, you may have conceived notions already. At the end of the day, social media is incredible by giving us access to people that we wouldn't have been able to have access to. For example, you get to see photographers all around the world, but in the same thought process, shooting solely for Instagram, I think ruins your work. And at the end of the day, rather than just taking photos and posting them online, I'm much more interested in making an intentional piece like this. Going on a trip like this, the whole goal and experiment was to take 2 cameras, both fixed lenses, and just focus on capturing as many photos as possible for myself to document the trip and just relive it if I wanted to. And the cameras of choice were both the Leica M6 and the Leica Q3. Now, I know you're going to tell me, hey, the Leica M6 is not a fixed lens, and you are correct. I don't have another lens. I just have a 40mm. So for me, in my mind, I just am trying to say that it's one singular focal length per camera, and that's it. The Q3 is a fixed lens, and I've now taken 10,000 or so photos on it, and I absolutely love it. Whenever I saw the Q3 in the beginning, I thought it was a little bit overpriced, and I wasn't really sold on the camera itself. Taking it now to 7 or 8 countries, I love the thing. It's amazing, and it allows me to get so many different ranges of photos all under one little body. And one of the things that's so cool about it is the ability to take photos at f/22, f/14. This is a fixed lens. I will never see the sensor, and I think that's amazing because my sensor is always so clean and I never have to worry about any spots or unwanted debris. Going to the mountains, I always fear not having a telephoto. There's so many animals. It's amazing to get close-ups. I can't run up to a bear, nor do I recommend it. So it's nice to be able to take something that I can zoom 800 times X into and see it for what its beauty is. And I've done that before, but I wanted to go on this trip with as little as possible. Some of the photos that I loved from this trip are ones where it was just super easy to just roam around in and just take photos as I go. My favorite thing when I go on a trip like this is to focus on street photography. I love street photography. It's one of the mediums that I feel is thrown around a lot in terms of keywords, and I think at the end of the day everyone has a different definition of what street photography is. But for me, looking at it, I just believe that street photography is the same connotation as cinematic. Both of these things come off to people, and when they hear it, they think, oh yeah, this person knows what they're talking about. At the end of the day, if you really wanted to base it down to basic terminology, I think you can look at street photography in a way of saying it's just taking photos of people in things that are bigger than them. That's kind of how I look at it. Sometimes it's the person that's the full focal length, and sometimes it's the person that's adding on to it. One of my favorite things about going to national parks is that it's filled with people. And I don't love when people are obnoxious, but I do love when people are in their element and they're doing their own things and they're enjoying their life in their own way. So that's what we were able to do on a trip like this. For the Leica Q3, I've taken now close to 10,000 photos or so, and I've absolutely loved this thing. Now for the Leica Q3, when I first purchased it, I genuinely didn't know what I was expecting, and I thought it was one of those cameras where I may use it for a little and then sell it off later on. Now that might still be the case, but for now, it's a camera that serves you really, really well. I've taken it now to 7 or 8 countries, and it's allowed me to focus on having a tool with me that I can print the photos when I go back home. I can enjoy the photos without worrying about a bunch of different variations, and I can be more holistic in terms of me enjoying the trip. One of the things that I dislike about photography is that if you're taking it too seriously, you're losing your time on your trip. And to be honest, you shouldn't be taking it too seriously anyway. At the end of the day, it's a passion, and for a lot of us, it's a job. I'm saying this as someone who's made hundreds of thousands of dollars from this medium. I have a media company, and we've done business now for 5 years. So if I'm saying don't take it too seriously, I promise you, you don't need to take it too seriously. I picked some of my favorite images from this trip, and I think the thing that I'm trying to do for the next year and some change is just worry about creating some content that actually reaches people or reaches somewhere further than just the SD card. There's one photo I took in particular. It was this climb as we were going up, and there was a girl that was walking in front of me, but it was kind of like a switchback, mini switchback. And as she was walking up with her brother, they were both wearing Crocs. So I kind of like laid back a little bit and then went a little bit lower and captured them walking through between a rock. As they were going past the switchback, you just see a photo of the mountains. And for me, I think it was such a big moment because I can see the scale of the mountains, and I don't know if I captured it as well when I'm looking back at it on the photo. But it was this girl just walking up with her Crocs as she's literally 8,000 feet up in the air. And I don't know, it was one of those moments that was really special to me. Another photo that I really liked is we went through this hike that was full of luscious green grass, and it genuinely felt like you died and you got transported to heaven, like literally. And while walking through it, you're getting the reds from the redwoods, you're getting the beautiful sunlight that's peering through the different trees, and to top it off, you have the green base that they're all landing on. There's a tiny bench that was just sitting there with sunlight that was over it, and those photos from the bench to just the meadow itself, they were so beautiful. I think this hike in particular capped off what do the redwoods feel like or look like or appear to be like perfectly. I was able to see the trees just in their beautiful nature in the probably best light I would have gotten all day. And another photo that I thought was so amazing was we went closer to the trees, and a lot of these trees, for context, go through a lot of burning. They get burnt so much. There's so many forest fires, and there was one tree that I was half burnt. It was amazing to be able to use the Q3, dial that up to I think like f14 or f22, and be able to just take a photo even though it's in different depths in its perfect pristine nature. Other photos that I really liked is while going on hikes, I love just seeing people just do their goofy little whatever they feel like they want to do. And it was beautiful just capturing people being people. On our way back from Sequoia, we ended up driving through LA to just get to the airport, and just being able to capture the scenery from something as simple as the window, because we literally had probably like 3 or 2 hours in the city. You can get so much beauty. Just getting the sunlight and playing with the different angles, you can do so much. So my takeaway thoughts. I genuinely believe that if we take photos and put them into videos like this, blog articles, or print them out in zines or just prints that end up on the wall, we're going to feel that our work is something we should work harder for. Seeing a photo on social media and seeing it on your little tiny phone, as amazing as our phones are, it's not the same as seeing it in front of you. When you get a photo book from Ansel Adams and you open it up and you see his work there in front of you, you see it in a museum right there in front of you, it's very different than seeing it on social media. We've been spoiled so much by seeing our photos just in front of us so many times, and I think that's one of the worst things to see and then try to emulate, because you're not going to get to the place where that person is, number one. Number two, I think it's the same thing as saying comparison is a killer of joy. You're comparing yourself to a person who you have no idea who exists around you, versus just taking photos and touching grass and living your life. And I think that's the funniest thing ever, because it's so much easier to go on social media and see someone's post and save it for some time you'll never use it and say, oh, this person's photos are so good, versus going out and creating an adventure and just doing things. The logic baffles me, but it's what we live in and it's who we are as humans. This trip showed me and made me fall back in love with what I used to do so often. I used to take photos nonstop, and being able to just focus on one medium let me just capture photos for what they are. It was so fun to be able to do so. So thank you for watching. I'm not sure what this video was. I hope that this video essay wasn't too much of a ramble of left, center, and right. I'm sure it was, but I think if I were to take anything away from it, print your photos, look at your photos in some videos, and just be able to appreciate them a little bit more than just putting them up on Instagram. Whether you're using an iPhone or a Leica, you will be able to appreciate the difference. Thank you.